Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Monsieur. I wanted to come and say hello to continue this to address those ideas and thoughts about the internal, interdimensional process of alchemistry that we for those who are addressing this idea, and also for to address some ideas about the higher universe. The first thing I wanted to say is that the Earth, from the cosmic standpoint, is a beautiful blue jewel in the galaxy. It is a marvelous planet that is adored by countless beings of higher planes, and that's why they're all here waiting for us to be freed so they can assist us in restoring this planet. Originally, for those who can accept this idea that we do not know all, that we haven't been taught the real story, there used to be galactic wars here, and before the wars, the solar system was quite unique because it had four planets with atmospheres and oceans, and so. But during the wars, this system was raided and invaded by warrior races, and they moved to Maldek. It was a planet named Maldek. It was a giant planet where everything was giant. There was giant animals, giant beings, and eventually they destroyed the whole planet, and it just blew up, and now there's this asteroid field. And then they moved on to Mars, and then they destroyed Mars. The atmosphere, they didn't destroy the planet, but they destroyed the atmosphere, and then they moved into the Earth, and then they also destroyed the atmosphere of Venus. But they said, and the archangels revealed that after the ascension, once we achieve this path of ascension into the fifth dimension, it'll take us a little while before every energy is transmuted, but they will be given the power to reassemble the planet Maldek, to recreate an atmosphere on Mars and Venus, which is already in the process of happening there, so that as a star nation we will have 4 atmospheric worlds on which we will be able to live. We won't be limited to one planet. But it is not about destroying this planet in order to find another one we can destroy. We have to become self-aware as a civilization before this whole thing happens. And then we'll be integrated into the Sirius star systems, and so we'll have even more planes to grow and evolve. A lot of things will happen as we become mature beings as a civilization. Also wanted to say that we cannot take other people with us in the ascension process. It is all about the freedom of choice. Those who are not willing to do that will not make it. We cannot force them. It's like you can lead a horse to the water, but you cannot force him to drink it. Some of the proverbs are quite wise. There was this philosopher Heraclitus, from the 6th century BC, who was using a lot of his poem. He wrote a very powerful book that he gave into the temple of Artemis before he died. But the book was lost, and we have only 100 fragments, but we can still find his philosophy. So everything was always in motion, which was denied by Aristotle later, but we find that from contemporary science, that the atoms are always in frequency, in vibration, if the electrons do not stop their motion around the proton. So Heraclitus was very powerful. He thought everything came from the fire. He thought that life was like a river. It was like, you could never enter twice in the same river. And so in a sense we cannot force the changes onto others. What we need to do is to surrender to our God self, to surrender to life, to trust God is in every possible way, understanding that we have to, as we descended here, now we have to ascend, but then we'll have in the process we are ascending and descending all the time. For myself, I have all kinds of pressure, administrative pressure, and I feel a bit guilty because I should be financially abundant and solve all this, but I do, since it is not really manifested yet. It is like this pressure is throwing me back to the old cycle where I feel like sometimes I need a coffee or I need to smoke a cigar to just bring the tension down, which is preventing me from moving forward. And it's like as soon as I can liberate anything to liberate me from these administrative problems, I know I will complete this program. I will take a vacation and live on the ground. For when you live barefoot on the earth is able to heal us. But here it's completely impossible. Not only it's cold, but it's also very everything is cement everywhere. Well, I'm disconnected from nature, so I'm really looking forward to be able to complete my healing in nature. In essence, for now, what we need to do is to create this shield. To imagine that we have this shield on the bottom of our feet, with 6-branch shield. And there is a Taurus energy aura, but we can create this other shield on top of ourselves, which create this bubble, and then we can throw light around this. It closes our aura. most of the society was created to divide in order to reign. For they realized that in order to control the world, they have to divide. So they have created political parties that are opposing themselves. They're creating religion that are opposing themselves, philosophical ideology that are opposing themselves. They are opposing men to women. They're opposing young people to old people. They're opposing the races among each other. They're opposing the rich and the poor. But the key to resolving that is love and unity. For whenever there is this for this program is really anchored, this program of duality, but we need to reconnect and try to bring the unity by just certain easy communication. Sometimes you can bring people into this idea of unity. For this love and unity can be expressed through kindness, through goodness, through truthfulness, through hope, through honesty, and loyalty. All those things are very potent and powerful teachers that we need to develop. What I used in my book that this metaphor to say that living on the earth, talking about the extraterrestrials and the cosmos, is like talking to a bunch of fish that have been living in an aquarium forever, and we're talking to them about the ocean, and says because all the fish come from the ocean or the rivers or so, but the ocean, and said that and they do not want to believe that an ocean ever existed, that only the aquarium exists. And that's the only thing there is. Yet the cosmic water is the love of God, and so even in the ocean we do have this although it has been polluted, this little aquarium has been polluted, we still have this love of God, otherwise we couldn't exist. So it is about reconnecting to that. I also said in my past video that we need to be aware of the darkness in order for it to be transmuted, but we also need to be aware of the light in order to ascend. Those who do not want to becoming aware of the light will not be able to ascend. So we need to be self-aware about what we are experiencing and what life is teaching us each and every day. Also, I didn't want to say that it's very difficult we do not want to blame the governments in any way, shape or form, because it's a very delicate time. It's not to be envied to be a world to lead a government today, because people are becoming aware, and we inherited a very dysfunctional system. So it's a very delicate time. It's in a sense the French parties that is right now in power is more in the opposition and more in the Republican, in the center right than this nowhere land where this party is. But I'm not blaming them. They're doing whatever they can with whatever agenda they have. But they re-inherited some hot potatoes, and it's like really hard. It seems like it's really hard for them right now, and I'm not really sure what's going to be happening with that. But we want to send love and light to everybody, even for all the parties, to all the factions, to unify and create this higher connection. For the highest wisdom for us today is trust and faith. For we have to have this trust and faith. For sometimes I feel like my emotional condition does not allow me to move into this total trust and faith, but I have to. It's very where the wisdom lies, is to trust and faith and to let go of all the futilities of the world. Everything is just passing anyway. Everything will pass. So it's really no use to hold on to anything. What we need to understand is Egypt. It's the eternal connection to our eternal self. Above the halls of the Amenti was created this pyramid by the Master of Wisdom taught, and there is great deal of treasures and secrets and technologies even in those in Egypt. I know I will have to go there physically if God willing. What we need to do is the angel is to be in the unity and grace and ease and humor and lightness of the angels, and the outcome will be the baby, will be a rebirth. We're going to be reborn. And so everything is gonna. I don't know why I feel like I may be going to Switzerland. I'm feeling very strong connection to Switzerland, and maybe that's where I'll move. Maybe I'm gonna move there. I'm not really sure. And it's like it's a place that's very neutral. It's like they're very moderate in everything. So I really like the Swiss. I have many friends in Switzerland. The paintings behind me. First, the pastel here is part of 64 pastels. Every 2-3 years I do a series of 64 pastel on the I Ching, and my first series, even before I started painting, was the first series of 64 pastel on the I Ching, and then I started doing those paintings afterwards. This one is called the Army. It is the gathering of strength and energy. It looks like a structure of a house with the Sphinx here, and then there is the sun that's enlightening the house, but it's about keeping the discipline together. And I've sold hundreds of pastels. I sell them less expensive than my paintings, but they're very pretty, and they show they're more like drawings. And so, and I have a whole series of 2003 that I haven't sold any of them to keep them together. I'm going to publish them with my book, and so they through the whole process of the 64 paths of change, transformation of the I Ching. And the painting here is a painting on astronomy. This is the first of the series that I did on with 100 planets, the major planets. And this is the last thing I had to resolve here visually, because sometimes it's like once the content is done, it has to then the form has to be worked out. And so, at the time when I did those, it was in 2015. I hadn't returned to all the mythological stories that are connected to all those planets, because they all have names of gods of mythology, and that informs us on the energetic frequency of each of the planets, what they're sharing in the collective astrological. And I realized it's funny. There is the three brothers on top. There's the trans-Neptunian objects that are called Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon. And Kronos, that's another one, that's the father, and then Uranus, which is the grandfather, and then the Chiron. So, but it's a very subtle painting. I really like it. I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song about traveling, being able to go into a place where the sun shines, and we can be free from the darkness of the materialistic industrial world. And so, a song from Charles Aznavour. It goes like this. Ça s'appelle Emmenez-moi. Vers les docks où le poids et l'ennui me courbent le dos. Ils arrivent le ventre alourdi de fruits les bateaux. Ils viennent du bout du monde apportant avec eux des idées vagabondes au reflet de ciel bleu, de mirages, traînant un parfum poivré de pays inconnus, d'éternels étés où l'on vit presque nu sur les plages. Moi qui n'ai connu toute ma vie que le ciel du Nord. J'aimerais débarbouiller ce gris environ de bord. Emmenez-moi au bout de la terre, emmenez-moi au pays des merveilles. Me semble que la misère serait moins pénible au soleil. Dans les bars à la tombée du jour avec les marins. Quand on parle de filles et d'amour, un verre à la main. Je perds la notion des choses et soudain ma pensée m'enlève et me dépose un merveilleux été sur la grève. Où je vois tendant les bras l'amour qui comme un fou court devant de moi et je me pends au cou de mon rêve. Quand les bars ferment que les marins rejoignent leur bord. Moi je rêve encore jusqu'au matin debout sur le port. Emmenez-moi au bout de la terre, emmenez-moi au pays des merveilles. Me semble que la misère serait moins pénible au soleil. Un beau jour sur un rafio craquant de la coque au pont. Pour partir, je travaillerai dans la soute à charbon. Prenant la route qui mène à mes rêves d'enfant sur des îles lointaines où rien n'est important que de vivre. Où les filles alanguissent vous ravissent le cœur en tressant ma tondie de ces colliers de fleurs qui enivrent. Je fuirai laissant là mon passé sans aucun remords. Sans bagage et le cœur libéré en chantant très fort. Emmenez-moi au bout de la terre, emmenez-moi au pays des merveilles. Il me semble que la misère serait moins pénible au soleil. Emmenez-moi au bout de la terre, emmenez-moi au pays des merveilles. Il me semble que la misère serait moins pénible au soleil. Thank you very much. It would seem that the suffering and misery would be less painful in the sun. So in some sense, it makes sense in a way. So I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.